Hello, beautiful and strong community, and welcome back to your channel. If you are currently receiving SSDI, SSI, Social Security Retirement Spousal Benefits, or any other benefit administered by the Social Security Administration right now here in 2026, I need you to stop whatever you are doing. Put the phone down for a second and give me your full attention because what I am about to share with you in this video is something I have been meaning to dedicate an entire video to for a very long time. The number one question I receive on this channel, and I mean this sincerely, it is not even close, is whether SSDI and SSI recipients are going to be included in this $2,000 stimulus payment, this $2,000 dividend check, whatever you want to call it this week. I get this question in my comments multiple times every single day, and I completely understand why you're asking. You have been here before. You have watched announcement after announcement go by, and felt like somebody in a back room somewhere forgot to put your name on the list. I get it. I hear you. If you are currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI, SSI, or any benefit administered through the Social Security Administration, I want you to pause for just a moment and really focus on what we are about to talk about today. This topic has been one of the most discussed, most questioned, and most debated issues in our entire community over the past several months. Every single day, people ask the same question again and again. Are Social Security recipients going to receive a $2,000 stimulus payment or dividend check this year? I understand why this question keeps coming up. If you rely on a fixed income, every announcement about financial relief matters deeply. For many people living on Social Security benefits, even a small change in income can make a significant difference in their ability to pay bills, afford groceries, keep up with rent, or manage healthcare expenses. Over the past few years, people have seen several stimulus payments distributed across the country, and naturally, many are wondering if something similar could happen again. Today, we are going to take the time to walk through this entire situation step by step, so you can clearly understand what is being discussed, what the possibilities are, and what you should realistically expect moving forward. Before we dive deeper into the details, I want to ask you a simple question that will help shape this discussion. When you hear about a potential $2,000 payment, what is your biggest concern? Some people worry that they may not qualify because they do not file tax returns. Others worry that receiving disability benefits might somehow disqualify them from certain types of payments. And there are also many people who simply feel uncertain about whether such a payment will actually happen at all. All of these concerns are completely understandable, and in today's discussion, we are going to address each of them carefully so you can walk away with a much clearer picture. Let's begin by looking at how the idea of a $2,000 payment even entered the conversation in the first place. Over the last few years, the United States government distributed several economic stimulus payments during times of national crisis and economic uncertainty. Those payments were designed to help individuals and families handle unexpected financial pressures. Because of that precedent, many policy discussions today still include the possibility of direct payments as a tool to support citizens during challenging economic conditions. When leaders or policymakers mention the idea of a dividend or direct payment to citizens, it naturally sparks interest and hope among millions of people who remember receiving stimulus checks during previous years. However, it is important to understand that discussions and proposals are not the same as official policy. Many ideas get introduced in political conversations, interviews, or public remarks, but only a small number of them actually move forward through the legislative process. In the United States, a direct stimulus payment typically requires a formal law to be passed by Congress. That means the proposal must go through several stages of review, debate, and approval before any money can actually be distributed to the public. Until that process happens, any payment being discussed should be considered a proposal or possibility, rather than a confirmed benefit. Now let's talk about the eligibility question, because this is where a lot of confusion tends to appear. One of the most common concerns among Social Security recipients is whether receiving disability benefits or retirement benefits could prevent them from qualifying for a stimulus payment. Historically, that has not been the case. During previous rounds of stimulus payments, individuals receiving Social Security benefits were included as long as they met the basic eligibility criteria. Those criteria were generally based on income levels and citizenship requirements rather than employment status. For example, when stimulus checks were distributed in the past, people receiving Social Security retirement benefits, Social Security disability insurance, and Supplemental Security Income were all included in the payment system. In many cases, those payments were automatically sent using the same banking information that the government already had on file for monthly benefit deposits. This system allowed millions of Social Security recipients to receive their payments without needing to file additional paperwork or complete complicated applications. Another common question revolves around income limits. When stimulus programs are designed, they usually include income thresholds to determine who qualifies for the full payment. In previous stimulus rounds, individuals earning below a certain annual income level received the full amount, while those earning higher incomes received a reduced payment or no payment at all. These thresholds are typically structured to prioritize assistance for lower income households. Because most Social Security beneficiaries live on modest fixed incomes, many of them fall well below those limits and therefore qualify when stimulus programs are implemented. Let's also address the concern about tax returns, because this issue worries many people who live primarily on Social Security benefits. Some beneficiaries do not file federal tax returns because their income falls below the filing requirement. During previous stimulus payments, the government created systems to ensure that these individuals could still receive their money. In many cases, the Internal Revenue Service worked directly with Social Security records to identify eligible individuals and issue payments automatically. For those who were not included in the first wave of payments, additional tools and recovery credits were later introduced to help them claim the money they were entitled to receive. Understanding how the government distributes payments can also help reduce some of the anxiety surrounding this topic. The Social Security Administration maintains detailed records for millions of beneficiaries, including their names, Social Security numbers, addresses, and banking information. Because monthly benefits are already delivered through this system, it becomes one of the most efficient ways for the government to distribute any additional financial support to eligible recipients. If a new payment program were approved, there is a strong possibility that the same infrastructure would be used to deliver funds quickly and efficiently. At the same time, it is important to remain realistic about the uncertainty that still surrounds the idea of a new $2,000 payment. While the concept has been discussed in various political conversations, there has not yet been a finalized law authorizing such a payment. Political proposals often go through long periods of negotiation and adjustment before they become official programs. Some proposals gain strong support and eventually pass, while others fade away as priorities change or new economic conditions arise. Because of that uncertainty, the best approach is to stay informed while maintaining realistic expectations. Following reliable updates from official government sources can help ensure that you receive accurate information rather than rumors or speculation. It is also helpful to remain cautious about viral posts or videos that claim a payment has already been approved when there is no official confirmation. In many cases, those messages are based on misunderstandings or incomplete information. Another topic that occasionally appears in discussions about stimulus payments involves identification numbers used for tax purposes. Some individuals file taxes using an individual taxpayer identification number rather than a traditional Social Security number. In previous stimulus programs, eligibility rules regarding these numbers changed several times as lawmakers adjusted the legislation. Because of that history, the final rules for any future payment would depend on the exact language written into the law at the time it is passed. Now let's talk about something that many people feel but rarely say out loud. Living on a fixed income can be incredibly challenging, especially during times when the cost of living continues to rise. Prices for groceries, housing, utilities, and healthcare have increased significantly in recent years, and many retirees or disability beneficiaries feel the pressure of those rising costs every single month. When news about possible financial relief appears, it naturally creates a mix of hope and skepticism. People want to believe help might be coming, but they also remember times when expectations did not turn into reality. Those emotions are completely valid. Anyone who relies on a limited income knows how important every dollar can be. Even a temporary payment can help cover overdue bills, purchase necessary medications, repair a vehicle, or simply provide a small cushion of financial security. That is why discussions about stimulus payments attract so much attention among Social Security recipients. The potential impact on daily life is very real. With all of that in mind, what should you actually do right now while waiting for more clarity? The most practical step is to make sure your information with the Social Security Administration is accurate and up to date. Verify that your mailing address and direct deposit details are correct so that if any future payment program is approved, there will be no unnecessary delays in receiving it. Keeping your records current is one of the simplest ways to avoid complications. It can also be helpful to stay connected with trusted sources of information that regularly track developments related to Social Security benefits and economic policy. Reliable updates can help you separate confirmed facts from speculation. If an official announcement is made regarding new stimulus payments, it will be reported by major news organizations and posted on official government websites. Another important step is to communicate with family members or caregivers who assist you with managing finances or benefits. Sharing accurate information with them ensures that everyone involved in your financial planning understands what is actually happening and what is still uncertain. This can help prevent misunderstandings and reduce unnecessary stress. As we bring this discussion toward a close, I want to emphasize something that is easy to forget when conversations become filled with rumors and speculation. The system that provides Social Security benefits exists because millions of Americans spent decades working and contributing to it. These benefits represent years of dedication, effort, and participation in the nation's economy. When financial assistance programs are created, beneficiaries have every right to pay attention and ask questions about how those programs might affect them. While we cannot guarantee whether a new $2,000 payment will ultimately become reality, staying informed and prepared ensures that you will be ready if any new developments occur. Economic policies can change quickly, and when official decisions are made, they often move from announcement to implementation within a relatively short time. For now, the most important thing you can do is remain patient, verify your information with the appropriate agencies, and continue following reliable updates. If new legislation is introduced or approved that affects Social Security recipients, the details will become public and the eligibility rules will be clearly explained. Thank you for taking the time to listen and learn about this important topic today. Conversations like this are valuable because they help people navigate complex financial information in a way that is easier to understand. By staying engaged and informed, you place yourself in the best possible position to respond to any opportunities or changes that may arise in the future. And remember, no matter what happens with this particular proposal, your financial well-being and stability remain important. Continue monitoring official updates, keep your records accurate, and reach out to trusted advisors or community resources whenever you need guidance. With the right information and preparation, you can face these uncertain discussions with greater confidence and clarity. Thank you again for being here, and I hope this explanation has helped provide a clearer understanding of the situation surrounding the potential $2,000 stimulus payment for Social Security recipients.